Hello sir, good day. I'm Mariela Lane Boralsa Benicio and we are the Group 3 and we will be discussing the material procurement and stores control. So what is material procurement? So material procurement is the process of researching, selecting, ordering, and paying for the raw materials required for constructing a building or structure. Procurement of any kind involves identifying and selecting vendors or suppliers, negotiating prices and terms, and awarding contracts. And what is stores control? So stores control means the official responsible for the requisition, receipt, issue, recording, safeguarding of inventory, and cost-effective and efficient management of inventory. So in other words, the meaning of procurement is it involves every activity in obtaining the goods and services a company needs to support its daily operation, including sourcing, negotiating terms, purchasing items, receiving and inspecting goods as necessary, and keeping records of all the steps in the process. There are 6 types or methods of procurement. So those are the open tendering, restricted tendering, request for proposal, 2-stage tendering, request for quotations, and lastly is the single source procurement. So the next topic is the rule of public procurement and disposal act in an organization. PPDA is consultation with a competent authority and relevant stakeholders is mandated to specify the public procurement contracts to be subject to a reservation scheme and to designate the particular sectors within a specified geographical area that are eligible to participate in the reservation scheme. The PDU is charged with the responsibility to ensure compliance with the PPDA Act, the Finance Management Act, the Income Tax Act, among other legislation. Ensure compliance with this Act, regulations and guidelines made under Act, and best practices. So the next topic is will be discussed by my classmate.
Stores procedure is a subroutine available to application that access a relational database management system. Such procedures are stored in the database data dictionary. Uses for stored procedures include data validation or access control mechanism. It is a set of structured query language or SQL statements with an assigned name which are stored in a relational database management system or RDBMS as a group, so it can be reused and shared by multiple programs. So the SQL, amo ni siya ang gigamit to communicate with a database. SQL statements are used to perform tasks such as update data on the database or retrieve data from a database. So when we talk also the RDBMS or the Relational Database Management System, the software is used to store, manage, query, and retrieve data stored in a relational database. The RDBMS provides an interface between users and application and the database, as well as the administrative functions for managing data storage, access, and performance. So all in all, the stores procedure is a pre-compiled set of one or more SQL statements that are stored in a SQL server. The benefit of stored procedure is that they can execute on the server side and perform a set of action before returning the result to the client side. So there are types of store procedure. Number 1 is the system-defined store procedure. So what is the system-defined store procedure? When we talk about system-defined stored procedure, these stored procedures are already defined in a SQL server. This procedure starts with the SP prefix. Example, when you write sp-rename. By this system procedure, it is used to rename database object like stored procedure, views, table, and etc. The second type of stored procedure is the extended procedure. This procedure provides an interface to external programs for various maintenance activities. This extended procedure starts with the prefix XP. These are used to call programs that reside on the server automatically form a stored procedure. The third type of stored procedure is the user-defined stored procedure. These procedures are created by the user for own action. This is only for the own action that can be created in all system database except the resource database on or in user-defined database. The last type of stores procedure is the CLR stored procedure. This procedure is a special type of procedure that is based on CLR. When we say CLR, it is the Common Language Runtime. The CLR was introduced with the SQL Server 2008 and allow for the procedure to be coded in one of .NET languages like C#, Visual Basic, and F#.
Controlling stock is essential to a business success. Overstocking can result in insufficient liquidity, whilst understocking can make it impossible to satisfy your customers' demand. Here are the different methods for stock control management. The following: stock review. Your business will take regular stock review to establish whether new stock must be ordered. This considers predetermined figures that help business leaders make the decision to order new stock or hold off. Second, fixed time, fixed label reordering. This involves ordering stock either at fixed time, fixed label, or both. For example, a company may have a standing order for 500 units every third Sunday of the month. This type of stock control is particularly useful for companies with fixed contracts and stable demand, with sporadic irregular orders unless they are replaced with a long-term delivery date. Third, just in time. This stock control system originated in Japan. As the name suggests, stock is ordered as and when it is required to keep costs down and liquidity high. Fourth, economic order quantity is a complex mathematical formula that aims to keep stock at an optimal level depending on the type of firm and the industry it operates within. Fifth, first in, first out. This system is popular with businesses that work with perishable stock. It aims to ensure that the stock does not deteriorate before use. Stock is identified by when it was received and moves onto the next stage of production before stock received at a later date. Sixth, batch control. Batch control separates stock management and production into batches. This reduces complexity in the production process and helps make sure short-term targets are met. The last one, vendor managed inventory, is a relatively new model of stock management that emphasizes shared risk between the buyer and supplier. The buyer provides information to the supplier about their stock requirements. That supplier is then responsible for maintaining a level of stock at a specified location. Normally, the buyer's point of sale. BMI helps reduce the chance under stocking and reduce the time stock spends in the supply chain. Thank you.
Type of stores. Department stores offer a wide variety of products traditionally located as flagship stores in malls. They consist of different sections or departments. Convenience stores offer goods and services for customers who are making a quick stop. Often, convenience stores are part of gas station franchises and sale. Supermarkets. Supermarkets are one of the most common types of retail outlets. They are large departmentalized, self-service stores and specialize in food. Discount stores, retailers sells grocery and household products with generic branded at lower than retail prices. They often buy discounted, overstocked, and liquidated. Specialty stores, as the name suggests, have a relatively narrow product line. They usually sell one or two products or multiple products of similar nature. A hypermarket is a very large retail store that combines a different store and a grocery supermarket. A hypermarket is sometimes called a hyperstore. Warehouse stores provide a wholesale experience for the general public by prioritizing low prices for bulk items over the aesthetic side of the shopping. Chain store. A single retailer establishes a chain of store with this executive store design and often offers certain special goods and services all chains have. Big box superstore, Walmart, Target, and Lower and Home Depot are dominating the big box retail scene. These retailers and others in this country occupy a big box store, a large shop that sells a lot of different types of goods, including food, medicines, and often things such as washing machines. Variety stores are another category of discount stores where you can buy routine use products at meager rates, usually $1 or less. It is an agreement or retail stores and provides the right mix of shopping. Many retail stores operating at one place from a mall. A mall would consist of several retail outlets, each seller their own merchandise. Toy stores. Toy stores primarily sell a variety of popular toys for young and older children. Such stores are often catered to different age categories. Price retail stores also includes outlets frequently operated by manufacturers themselves. A thrift store, also called consignment shop, is retail stores that sells used clothes. These clothes are much cheaper than new ones. Liquor store, a shop where you can buy alcoholic drinks like beer and wine. Boutiques are located in small shopping environment with less room for stock than specialty store would have. They are least treated by online retail.
Hello to all of you. What I am discussing today is about stores documents. Stores documents. Your business needs a way to store important data and records so that they are safe and easily retrieved. Clearly, a breach of these items likely will pose a potential risk and liability. If not stored correctly, your business viability is at stake when it comes to managing the storage of your important records. Yes, controlling the storage of your important documents is extremely critical because it could be the difference between your company's survival and failure. So in order to properly and securely store, manage, and organize the information, digital documents must be stored in some kind of management system. So documents that are available on any paper can be stored in digital memory using a scanner, which is a gadget. The significance of document storage is that keeping important records on site increases the possibility of damage, theft, or loss. Secure sites are provided by document storage. firm to safeguard your private paper and electronic documents against calamities caused by nature or by people.
Hi, I'm Leslie Tercino and I will discuss the stock control levels. Stock control levels is also known as inventory, is the process of optimizing stock levels in a warehouse to stabilize inventory storage cost while maintaining enough stock to meet customer demand. Stock level also means the level of stock required for an efficient and effective control of goods to avoid over and understocking of goods. The need of inventory control is to maintain the stock of goods as low as possible, at the same time make the available as when required. There are 3 types of inventory levels you should track: your minimum, maximum, and optimal. First, minimum inventory levels are the lowest amount of inventory you should have for each SKU. Anything below this threshold means you might stock out and fail to meet customer demand that come your way. Second, maximum inventory levels are the selling amount of stocks you should have on hand for each SKU. Anything more above that threshold is considered excess inventory and introduce unnecessary inventory rest, like higher cost and waste. Last, optimal inventory levels are ideal inventory quantities your brand should have on hand. These stock levels match your actual customer demand, so you always have enough inventory to fulfill that demand, all while keeping inventory cost down, cost flow moving, and profits as high as possible.